Conscious life begins with the realization of its previous absence. Awakening brings regret for the years lived, which, despite being filled with bright and eventful occurrences, passed with insufficient comprehension. This understanding is not related to the number of years, possibly spent in vain. Paradoxically, it is in this awareness that both the astonishing beauty and the true shock lie. Life gains meaning when the understanding comes of how much time has been spent in automatism and indifference. Regardless of the number of years before awakening, they seem lost and unconscious, even though the events of those years may be full of vivid memories and experiences. An honest dialogue with yourself is an important stage of personal growth. Acknowledging who you are becomes a powerful achievement, regardless of age. Conscious self-awareness is a real fortune. This moment of truth changes your life, allowing you to look at actions and decisions with new depth. From this moment, you establish the foundation for self-respect, as honesty with yourself instills confidence and integrity in your personality. Self-recognition creates a platform for growth and life satisfaction, because you no longer avoid your truth and accept yourself fully. This step can serve as a catalyst for positive change and growth, reinforcing a sense of dignity and self-confidence. As a result, you have earned the right to be proud of yourself. For self-awareness and inner peace are significant gifts that a person can give themselves, regardless of age. You will stop feeling like a slave, like a mechanical button mechanism that creates the illusion of self-respect by begging for approval. Such behavior reflects its absence and leads to dependence on others' opinions. True respect and self-respect arise from the ability to take responsibility for your life, ceasing to be an idle observer, passively drifting along. It is a process of realizing your role and actively participating in your own life. Respect arises when a person takes steps to become an active subject, making decisions and taking responsibility for them. They cease to be a puppet and become the author of their own life. This requires awareness of one's own attitude and principles that shape personality and behavior. Such a process helps a person emerge from passivity and become a self-sufficient participant in their life, owning their path and future. At this important moment, not only understanding is required, but also complete agreement. These two components are interconnected. Without agreement, there will be no experience. And without an internal experience intertwined with understanding, awareness is impossible. Awareness allows us to see things from a new perspective and provides the opportunity to become an active participant in what is happening. It is in such an environment that our discussions and reflections on measures capable of overcoming psychological difficulties gain meaning and significance. The unity of understanding and agreement makes transformation possible. This is not theoretical knowledge, but practical change, turning awareness into action. Only a complete understanding of the situation makes efforts to overcome psychopathology effective. Without this work, talks of change remain empty. When awareness is achieved, every step gains significance, leading to true transformation and real changes. We are presented with a unique opportunity to use this as a foundation for enhancing self-esteem and shaping an authentic self. This is important because, without accepting our own essence, we cannot have true respect for ourselves or our actions. Self-acknowledgement becomes a fundamental building block in the construction of personality. Without self-respect, it is impossible to feel self-worth, and therefore, to engage in self-discipline and development. This leads to the absence of a coherent self. Therefore, it is important to work on self-respect, as it is the key to forming true self-identity and serves as the foundation for self-improvement. Many people approach this important step, but for them, the process turns out to be challenging. They lack sufficient inner strength and determination to cross the line separating them from a new life or a stage of self-discovery. The main reason for the difficulties is attachment to the past and regret over the loss of events and moments that were experienced. It is difficult for them to let go of the past because it is believed to have gained significance and shaped them as individuals. When a person realizes and admits to themselves that everything in the past was not what they truly aimed for, a feeling arises that this is not their own life. It creates the illusion that the past is not entirely theirs, as if everything happened through the prism of someone else's perspectives. People understand that pursuits without genuine personal desires lack the significance that could provide satisfaction and a sense of authenticity. For many, this is a turning point, as acknowledging one's inauthenticity can become the starting point for finding their true self. When a person stops being a passive observer and starts actively shaping their destiny, something remarkable happens. Many problems, both imagined and real, suddenly lose their relevance. Many difficulties that seem to be yours actually belong to the circumstances and people around you. All these issues disappear when you become the author of your life because they were imposed from the outside. The awakening of conscious activity marks the beginning of an independent approach to life. You begin to realize that obstacles and problems are conditioned by external factors that no longer affect you. This is a new stage in which, by creating your future, you take responsibility for your actions and choices. You become an active creator of your path, free from the pressure of others' expectations and limitations, which symbolizes the start of a meaningful and conscious life.